in history, you have these ups and downs. It's not often that actually countries get a second or a third bite of the apple. I think India today is in a very unusual position that it is once more very decisively upwardly mobile, which a lot of other civilizational states, barring one actually, are not anymore in a position to do. You know, where the UK is concerned, I think it's a very complex relationship. I mean, there's a lot. You know, the most popular film in India last year was a film called RRR, and this had to do with the British era. And just I'm trying to put it delicately, you weren't the nice guys in the movie. The reason I said...
Can I sit here as a South African?
Yeah, no.
Please.
Well, you know, the fact is, when you have this kind of complex history, there would be the downside of it. There would be the suspicions, there would be the unresolved problems. At the same time, there will be bonds, there will be similarities, and you know, cricket happens to be one of them. Now, in terms of the shifting weight of cricket, when it started to shift, actually people, I think, suggested we were better at the business of cricket than in the game of cricket. I think by now, barring this match, by now I think the game of cricket has shifted as well. So that's the kind, you know, that's the kind of things which are happening in the world today. The world is changing. You know, there's the old, there's the new, there's the old which is now the new.
Would you say we've also aced the politics of cricket, not just the game? We've been able to successfully weaponize it specifically against some of our Western neighbors.
No, I wouldn't. We don't weaponize anything. We are nice people. I strongly rebut that. Look, you know, when anything is successful, there's a natural desire to be part of that. Now, it's understandable, but if you want to be part of what is good, what is decent, what is doing well in the world, then it's also expected that the rest of your behavioral pattern would reflect that. So I think that's a bit of an odd case, but you know, I don't think anybody really wants to weaponize it or politicize it. I think there are understandable sentiments. I mean, cricket, you know, is much more serious than a game, and therefore all the sentiments go along with it.
From honorable rivalries to now very vicious personal attacks, would you say sledging both in cricket and in politics has become par for the course?
The personal attacks was the politics or the cricket? But anyway, I know the answer. Now look, you know, if I could just pick up on something which Kevin said. He spoke about sports, cricket specifically, as a way of bonding, of uniting. I also look at it in a slightly different way. I mean, think of us, you know, we're from the world of sports, from the world of politics, from the world of diplomacy, and what is common amongst the three of us? All of them are extremely competitive activities. So at the end of the day, you know, sports or politics or diplomacy are ways of taking your competitive spirit into a particular domain. Now, when you speak about leadership, leadership is about making choices, having the courage to make the choices at difficult moments in the middle of a competition. And you know, in anything which any of us would have done, a large part of it is drilling for it on a regular basis, the sort of I would say the going to the nets, which you would do in every business or as a regular routine, but also the mental strength and the experience and and sometimes the innate talent to take the tough calls at the right time. Now, when you are competitive, yes, sometimes competition can be very extreme, and that's the kind of situation you are talking about. It will happen because not everybody would play by the rules. Not everybody. Sometimes it could be temperament. Sometimes it could be the compulsions of a situation. It can happen. But I would say, in my own way of working, I think if I have colleagues in the room, they would bear me out. I often, in diplomacy or in strategizing, use cricket analogies. I would say I would take a particular match or a particular player and use that to get across to them that that's what I expect, or that's what I think we should do, or that's a kind of risk we should take. And in all of this, one has to plan for the fact that there will always be sledging, there will always be something beyond the rules, something from as they say in another continent which doesn't play cricket, from the left field.